A lot of people have been asking me to make a swapper guide lately, and I get it. It's the best item in the game, incredibly powerful, and can single-handedly prevent a killer from doing anything more than barely killing half the lobby in a good pub. So today I'm going to be doing a quick rundown of what you should be doing with Swapper. Just be aware that if you use Swapper, not a single person who plays Killer is going to like you. But if you are asking for a Swapper guide, you probably don't care about that too much. So, with that out of the way, let's get into it. It's going to be a little bit bullying just because these are newer players, but it still gets the point across. Oh, it's especially going to be bullying. Oh no. Swapper isn't an item that you hold in your hand. It's just an item that you would hover your cursor over somebody and then use it. But with Swapper, one thing that you need to keep aware of is that the closer you are to the killer, the worse it is. From about this range, Swapper is pretty good. And now, this player is just completely out of chase. Always try and make sure that you swap the killer away from other players rather than the opposite. Because in terms of actually supporting your teammates, it is phenomenal. With a 45-second cooldown, it's just so good for denying the killer anything. Just make sure that if you are playing with Swapper, that you are not close to the killer. You should never, ever, 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 ever be close to the killer if you are using Swapper. Just go over here, wait for them. Oop. A little bit too far. I forgot that they did nerf the range. Oh, well, my teammate's being stupid there. It's a good way. You're supposed to use it to help deny the killer from being close to your teammates, but that doesn't matter if your teammates are being stupid and walking into the killer anyways. There's only so much you can do about that part of it. But in terms of self-defense, you do need to keep aware that you are not meant to be close to the killer at all. However, if you are too good with it, the killer will eventually focus you if they're smart. And that's going to be pretty difficult to deal with when you have an item that is very bad at self-defense. Here, until it runs out. Too far. And then use it to put distance between my teammates and the killer. But it doesn't matter if they just run back towards the killer anyways. Or corner themselves. There's only so much you can do in that case. It eventually comes down to a point where no matter what you do, your teammates are going to be doing something stupid and getting themselves killed in ridiculous ways. But if you have decent teammates who actually kind of know what they're doing, hopefully, you can use this to great effect to just prevent the killer from playing the game, to be honest. And it's a simple item to use. Just don't go out of your way to swap teammates into the killer. If you do it on accident, that's one thing, but if you're going out of your way to get out of a situation by swapping a teammate next to you so you can get out alive, you are a terrible person, and you should get off of Swapper immediately. Especially if it ends up getting somebody killed. If you're teleporting somebody who's super low on health, who's one-shot anyways, that's one thing. But if I were to like swap my teammate back there into the killer here while I'm running, the terrible move. Don't do that. Like I don't want to do that because that actively messes up my teammates. Push swapper is also really strong because it disorients the killer, and throws them off. Yeah, there isn't a whole lot more I can say. Oh! One of the stronger ways of using swapper is, like, let's say the killer is over here or something, and you want to mess them up a little bit. Use swapper and then run back behind a wall while it's activating. It'll mess with the killer, and it'll end up forcing them to run to a wall for a second. So a little bit more distance than if you just swap outright. What else is there? Not a whole lot, honestly. Long and short of it, you use it to build distance for you and your teammates from the killer. It's especially powerful on Sebastian's map. Any maps where you still technically have line of sight, like over a low fence, but you aren't able to do anything else with it. Like if I would have line of sight from here over to there, so I could swap the killer from here to there. Let's see. Let's see if we'll... Wow. Alright, cool, we got Sebastian's map. This is the single best map in the game for Swapper, which is terrible because of the fact that this is already the most survivor-sided map in the game. Like, if I wanted to, I could stand back behind here to deny it. I don't know what this killer is doing other than being new. But yeah, you can use it to swap from places like you can stand here and swap there, which makes this loop, this giant loop, even more miserable for the killer, because not only do they have to deal with the loop, they have to deal with you doing that. Voice crack. I might be the greatest ever. But yeah, generally, like, check this out. Diabolical. Granted, I probably ended up hurting my teammates by doing that, but it is still something that you can do. It is still incredibly powerful. If my teammates haven't hid themselves in the house, I think they have, actually. Let me go... Front door is closed. Not a great sign. Knock on the door. What about the back door? There is a cool trick you can do. Ooh, okay, cool. There is a cool trick you can do with... another cool trick that you can do with Sebastian's map to nearly guarantee yourself the win in any LMS situation. If you're up here and the killer's running at you and you have both doors locked, and you swap them into the locked house from out here, like... something like that, then you basically instantly won LMS. It's so insanely powerful. But you will probably be called some very not nice words if you end up doing that. Just, you've been warned. You will not be called kind words for doing that. Over other places, anywhere that you still have line of sight, like from here to... Hang on, let me see if I can't get the killer back over to me. not. Oh, I wonder if there's another spot here that I can do it with. Just swapping the killer away from your teammates. It's just such a, it's the, I believe the single biggest, like addition to time to a chase if you get swapped. So this is an, if you see somebody using this item as killer, you have to go after them first. You have to kill them. Otherwise you're not winning. It's as simple as that. If you leave somebody alive with Swapper, and you're in an even remotely decent lobby, and people even like actually have a brain and know what they're doing, then you're not winning. It's too strong of an item to leave on its own. But sometimes that's unavoidable, where you just don't know the guy's there. Just walking behind you and end up getting hit by the killer, but the killer, all power to them, I don't think has played very many ASINs before. So they're probably not going to win this one. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that. But also, yeah, there we go. Not finally going after the AFK person. Also whiffing somebody who's not moving. You know what, I'm not gonna push it out. Missed out on that kill. It's your fault. But yeah, there's not a whole lot much more, all that much more to say about Swapper. Just be smart with it. Don't break your teammates, and try and use it from further out if possible. Oh, cool, level 84.